They're the remnants of the oil and gas industry, inactive wells that at some point need to be cleaned up. But experts say the province's plan to do that is not enough.
We do a terrible job of making sure that companies have the resources set aside, have the funds set aside to do this cleanup work, and that they're going to do it in a timely way.
In New Mexico, all companies are required to put down security deposits or bonding for every well they have.
I think we recognize that there may always be situations where wells are orphaned, and when that happens, the state has to manage those. And so the bonding helps to offset any of the costs that the state might incur.
Here, companies are not asked for deposits until their assets cannot keep up with their expenses. Right now, about half of the 712 licensees evaluated are in that situation. Grant Bishop with the C.D. Howe Institute studies energy policy. He's critical of the current framework.
It all only applies when you would get into the most dire of circumstance.
The energy minister says it's something they're looking at.
There's also some proposals out there for bonding and surety for applications for companies when they're doing new drills to have an insurance product.
There are also no time limits for how long a well can sit inactive and no timeline requiring cleanup. Some have been sitting idle for decades. Martin Olchinski, an environmental law expert at the University of Calgary, says Alberta needs those timelines, something British Columbia introduced last year, but industry is wary of.
We need to start chipping away at those inventories. We're not. I think the inventories are only going to get bigger and bigger in the years to come.
Really what happens if you put timelines on individual wells and you tear around the landscape chasing those timelines, you destroy your economics, your prices can be 40, 50% more.
Savage won't commit to timelines. Instead, she points to new rules around reducing inventory for each operator.
What that allows them to do is to prioritize the wells that first landowners would like to see cleaned up. It will prioritize the ones that have the most environmental consequences.
And promises the number of inactive wells will go down.
I can guarantee that, yes, because we've put in mandatory regulatory requirements to reduce inventory on a percentage based a year.
Experts acknowledge the province is between a rock and a hard place.
We always need to be mindful that companies can go insolvent, and when they do, there is no ability to take blood from a stone.
Julia Wong, Global News.